Friends, what decides the quality of our life is the communication, what we do with ourselves. How many of you think that money decides the quality of our life? If we have plenty of money, we are happy. If we have plenty of money, we can buy whatever we want. But in fact, the communication, what we communicate with ourselves decide the quality of our life. Thinking, it's so very important. Every day we spend about 90% of our waking hours thinking. And can you imagine the impactfulness of thinking if you can do it in the language which you want to achieve? There is a paradoxical saying which says, we get more of what we don't want. Why do we get more of what we don't want? Because we keep on thinking about it. Our thinking manifests and gets the result what we actually don't want. That is the secret of the law of attraction. Now, how this technique of thinking can be adopted to improve our language? Whatever we think in our mother tongue, we should start thinking in English, because this is the area where we are seeking improvement. This is the area where we want to achieve some greater heights, where our communication will be impactful on others. We feel very comfortable when we go for a parents' meet. We feel very comfortable talking to the friends of our kids. We feel very comfortable having and handling meetings, expressing our own views. Everything can be done only with the practice of thinking in English. How can you do that? Just observe me and think in English. Whatever action I am doing now, just look at my hand gestures and try to identify what it is. Can you be honest and tell me whether you could think in English? Just close your eyes. When you open it, just look around the room or the atmosphere or the scenery where you are sitting. Identify the objects, identify the things, and start thinking about that particular thing. Isn't it so very simple? We keep advising ourselves, never do it. Don't agree to this proposal. We keep on thinking in our mother tongue. If we have a practice of thinking in English, this language will become very handy for us. So from today, if at all we wish to improve our English and talk very fluently, improve our diction and persuading power, leadership abilities, communication in English is a must. Try and practice the thinking habit when it is inculcated, which will produce a miraculous result. Because the partner with whom you are talking to, he doesn't have extra time till you think in your mother tongue, translate it into English, and then speak. It would take a lot of time of both of yours. So start thinking in English from today. As you start venturing into thinking in this particular language, you will identify certain lacunas in your vocabulary. You don't know what word to be used in a particular situation. You don't know what word to be used to express your feeling. Just for example, the language jargon is very difficult thing to understand. For a layman, if you are having a vomiting sensation, then you call it as nausea. You may say and express that I am feeling nauseated. If the medical practitioner understands it in a way, it is called as gastroesophageal reflux. So this is called as jargon. Crossing the floor is known to the people who are in politics. So building vocabulary becomes very important when you want to think in English. But with whatever limited vocabulary you have, you can always start aspiring and doing whatever is needed to improve the language. And how can you improve your vocabulary? Words are like friends. So you can make friends with the words, so that friend in need is always a friend indeed. So when you have the connection with the words, then the words will come very easily when you need them. If you don't meet them often, what happens? The words will forget you and you will forget the words. And the words will not come and help you when you are actually in need of the words. When you start thinking in English, you will find the lacunas which you can improve by the technique called observation. Do you remember how you learnt speaking in your mother tongue? How a child of 1 or 2 years learns and builds the vocabulary in its own mother tongue? It's quite simple. It does the learning, all the learning, only with the technique called observation. So observation plays very important role in learning any language for that matter. When you observe a person who is talking fluently in English, observe what words he chooses to use, where he pauses, what particular set of phrases he uses. So by observation, you can develop and grab the vocabulary, which in turn you can start using in your communication. When you hit a rubber ball to the wall, what happens? It bounces, right? So bouncing is a technique of learning language. How you can bounce? With the practice of listening. So be a large-hearted to listen to English talks, songs, watching English movies, and you should be immersed with all types of English communication in the social media and the interviews which are handled in English, so that your language ability becomes very powerful just by listening. And music is called as a therapy. It cures everybody. So there are beautiful songs in English which you can learn and bounce the same. As far as bouncing is concerned, just listen to me and just try if you can bounce it back. Nothing great can ever be achieved without enthusiasm. I repeat, nothing great can ever be achieved without enthusiasm. Bounce it. This is the practice. Whatever new you hear, bounce it. Whatever new you read, bounce it. So bouncing is a very powerful technique in learning the language. As far as English is concerned, it is filled with so many beautiful songs which you can learn. I'll hum few of the lines which are quite available on YouTube. If you just search it, you will find those songs which you can listen and download the lyrics and learn and enjoy. I'm giving you simple songs in English which you can search, learn the lyrics and start singing them. First one is FIFA World Cup song, Waving Flag. You might have heard it. Give me freedom, give me fire, give me reason, take me higher. See the champions take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud. It's not only entertaining but very motivational song. Then the next one is, it's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without sharing a word, you can light up the dark. Simple song. Then the next one is, smile, an everlasting smile. A smile can bring you near to me. Don't ever let me find you gone, 'cause that would bring a tear to me. See how beautiful these songs are. You can just browse them and learn how to sing the songs in English, which will build your vocabulary as well. See the next one. It's a very old English song. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You wanna know by now how much I love you. The world may change my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. So nothing is going to change my love for you. I'll come back again with few more videos. Thank you.